What's good, fam? This is Mr. Sycamore here with another episode of WIT, What I Think. Before I started speaking, you all saw the pictures. I gave you a small slideshow of pictures. I normally do it with, start the show off with videos. But it's not going to always be videos. Sometimes it may just be like this tonight, just some pictures. But I started this show off with the pictures so you all could see them and kind of relate to what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about the escapade, the saga, the problem, the non-problem, the factor, the non-factor of Kathy Griffin. What Kathy Griffin did as far as holding up a mask of the likeness of Donald Trump. And that mask was bloody. So it was held in the fashion of it being a decapitated head in the likeness of Donald Trump, and it was bloody, and social media and the Donald Trump lovers went buck nutty. I mean, the stuff that they were saying about this lady. I'm going to read you some of the comments from an article that I read when I was looking at some of the stuff about the incident. I'm going to read you some of the articles, some of the comments from the articles. And I just want you to hear some of the things that were said. I dissected it and got the ones that I wanted to get. I didn't get the ones to try to make it seem like I'm with or against Kathy. But what I did is I got some of the comments out of the article, and I'm going to read some of those comments to you. And once I finish reading you the comments, then it's a wit time, baby. But before I get to that, like I said, for all of you who don't know, I guess you're living on a rock if you don't know, that comedian Kathy Griffin did a photo shoot, and she had a mask with the likeness of Donald Trump. It looked like it was beheaded. She held it up. She posted it. It was supposed to be done in comedic fashion. A lot of people saying it wasn't funny. A lot of people said a lot of different things. She lost her job behind it as far as CNN. Some of her shows have been canceled from certain venues. There's a lot of backlash behind it. But let me read you some of the comments that were left in the comment section from the actual article that I read. Kathy Griffin breaks down and says Donald Trump broke me. You know, a lot of people were saying, oh yeah, you done it to yourself, blah, blah, blah. But let me just get into the comments. I'm going to read them, try to read them kind of fast. I don't want to just have this as a long drawn out thing. I'm trying to read it kind of fast. But y'all just bear with me, because I want y'all to understand what's going on here, okay? Alright. I don't know that there has ever been a president that has been shown as much disrespect as President Trump. I know President Bush and President Obama had their haters, but I don't think there was this level of disrespect shown. I just have to read that one more time, because I'm going to come back, you know, and I'm going to dissect this thing with wit. But this one, reading it again. I don't know that there has ever been a president that has been shown as much disrespect as Donald Trump. I know President Bush and President Obama had their haters, but I don't think there was this level of disrespect shown. Another person said, this is 100% true. The election is over. America has chosen our president. Move on already. Another comment went on to say, the 2016 election has revealed that the Democrats are the nastiest, most violent and hate-filled group in America. Many of the people who voted for Obama in 2008 also voted for Trump. Trump is doing what is right and good for America and Americans. Not what us good for sorrows, Michael Moore and America-hating Hollywood freaks. It has been a real revelation just how corrupt the Democrats are. Another one goes to say, Trump is as corrupt as they come. He is a habitual liar. Here are some of his lies. Obama and Hillary are founder and co-founder of ISIS, and Ted Cruz, his father, was involved in JFK death. That he knows more than the general on ISIS. How he promoted violence at his rallies. How he mocked the disabled man doing his job, and any 4-year-old will say that is exactly what he did. Trump supporters always will be in the first to say Trump means what he says, but when he does something like this, they say he is only joking. Take note of that. Trump is a person who has no respect for anyone, and the people he going to hurt are the ones that put him in office. So you either put a known liar in the White House or a man that likes to tell jokes about people that are not true. Here's another one. You sure have that wrong. It is the Republicans who are vile, hate-filled people. Just look at Donald Trump. All the hate he has spewed during his campaign, no wonder race relations are so bad now. Another one goes on to say, what has Trump done that deserves to be hated? As Ric Flair would say, woo! Let me rewind. What has Trump done that deserves to be hated? He has a pair and he tells it like it is. Guess some can't handle the truth. One other goes on to say, can you state exactly what Trump has done that is hate? I don't recall anything remotely close to that. He might say some stupid or silly things on occasions. We all do. But hate? I don't think so. The hate is all coming from the left. And I am a Democrat too, who voted for Obama in 2008. I am educated, informed, compassionate, generous, responsible, and a pretty good guy, if I may say so. There were very good reasons to vote for Trump. None of it involving hate, but involving law and order and national security. So please make your case. I just got a few more, y'all. Bear with me. I'm not a Democrat, but I can tell you that I'm filled with hate towards Donald Trump and anyone who supports him. Honestly, I don't think I knew what real hate was until Trump was elected. If we had another election tomorrow, I'd vote Republican, but not Trump, not ever. Another goes on to say, and your comment, so filled with compassion, I'm sorry I must have been wrong. I actually live in ATX, a very liberal city where people are coming up to someone who is not white and yelling at them to go back to their country because Trump is president now. So who is filled with hate and anger and rage? Another one says, zero excuse. You are not the victim. What you did was a disgrace to our country. It likens you to that of ISIS. The signature move. For all you idiots that want to reference the Obama news pictures, can it? The racist nobodies and Ted Nugent do not compare to this. It's nowhere near the same ballpark. Kathy is a public figure that works for a major news agency, and it's being condoned by respected news people like Larry King, as well as numerous celebrities. This is POTUS. Like him or hate him, respect the office, period. Well said. Let's try now to enforce it. Let her really see and feel the weight of our judicial system. Lastly, yes, you are absolutely right. No matter who you voted for, the president is always due respect. Let me rewind and do that one. I saved this one for last just for the reason of what it says. Yes, you are absolutely right. No matter who we voted for, the president is always due respect. Now, I just want you all to know that what Kathy Griffin did to a lot may be okay because of what have been done to presidents before Trump. A lot of people might say that what Kathy Griffin did is okay because she was meaning for it to be a joke and she did it in comedic fashion. A lot of people are saying that no, it's wrong. It's done in ISIS fashion, in terrorist fashion. She should be thrown under the jails. And you can think what you want because I'm saying that the Trump lovers and supporters are the ones who are saying it. But that last line, we voted for who we voted for regardless of who it is, so the president should get respect. That is what I'm saying about those pictures that I showed in the beginning of this video of how the first black president, Barack Obama, was so outwardly disrespected. I guess we didn't vote for him. There were nooses around the neck. I guess that hanging of black people was so common here in the United States that it's okay for you to put a noose around a black man's neck. You know, that's something we used to do anyway, so that seemed to be okay. But how dare you say something about the Donald? Now, Ted Nugent disrespected President Barack Obama during his term. And one of the commenters said that, yeah, for all of you who want to try to say that he was disrespectful, it don't even compare. Okay, once again, for those of you who think that putting a noose around someone's neck, for saying he's a monkey, for having pictures of him and his family as monkeys, you think that's cool? You don't think that's disrespect? Or, now Ted Nugent has been invited to the White House by the Donald. And it's cool. But for this guy who stated that it's not even a comparison, before I even get to that, let me just read one more thing to y'all. one more thing. Ted Nugent, who serves on the NRA's board of directors, was invited to the White House. He was invited in April for a dinner with Mr. Trump. Liberals in the media immediately compared Ms. Griffin's controversial stunt to Nugent's past comments, claiming there's a double standard. Now, Nugent, who serves on the NRA board of directors, reportedly told a concert crowd in 2007, Obama, he's a piece of shit. I told him to suck on my machine gun. Now, speaking in 2012 at the NRA convention in St. Louis, he said, we need to ride into the battlefield and chop their heads off in November. Let me go back. We need to ride into the battlefield and chop their heads off in November. Now, to me, if you're chopping someone's head off, you're decapitating them. Now, the picture that Kathy Griffin showed was supposedly a likeness to Donald Trump, and he was decapitated with blood. But what Kathy did is so wrong. What Ted Nugent did is okay because of all of you Trump supporters, lovers, and followers. If you're going to ride into the battlefield and cut somebody's head off, but it's cool, but Kathy holding that decapitated head ain't cool, come on, get real, people. Now, January of last year, he called for both Mr. Obama and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton to be tried for treason and hanged. And like I stated, I guess blacks being hung in America was so popular. It was so much of the it thing to do that it's okay to do that, to show pictures of that. That's not vile. That's not disgusting. That's not disrespectful. We used to do that. That was something we done on the regular. So it's cool. Please. Please. Nugent said Wednesday that the 2012 comment is what landed him in a meeting with the Secret Service, which determined the Detroit rocker didn't threaten anyone. Someone who said, let's ride into the battlefield and cut their heads off. Someone who said, suck on my machine gun. Didn't threaten anyone, but Kathy did, who didn't say a word, just had a picture. I'm going to break this down for you. Just hold on. I've never threatened to hang anybody. I've never suggested anybody get hung, except the one time after Benghazi, I recommended that Hillary Clinton be charged, arrested, tried, and hung, he said. What she did as Secretary of State was certainly treasonous, and I stand by that. Let me start from the end here where this guy, where this character, where this clown, Ted Nugent says, I've never threatened to hang anybody. I never suggested anybody get hung, except. Anytime you put an except in the equation, it's been done. Something's been done. Anytime you put that button, that except. So, you've never said that anyone needs to be hung except that one time. And that's cool. That's cool for you to say it about a Democrat. Especially President, or should I say, ex-President Barack Obama. Or Hillary, who's a woman. Or just like this whole thing with Kathy, because she's a woman. And she's against and being comedic against Donald Trump. Just like with all the stuff that's going on Saturday Night Live, and everybody wants to trip and get all out the seats and jump up. When this man had his rallies, he was disrespectful. He, the Donald, talked about how he can go out and shoot someone and wouldn't lose anybody, any voters, any followers. Shoot someone. This is what this man said before the imbeciles of this country made him president. Before Russia helped and made him president of this country. So, just going out shooting someone that's not terrorist? No apparent reason. I go out there, I shoot him, I'm still going to be president. All of the fighting, all of the now outward racism. Yeah, it was always here. It was always here. But now that the top racist is now head of this country, everybody's getting all cool, calm, and collective about it and just letting it flow. Now, a lot of people are saying stuff about this picture, which is vile to them. But what Ted said is cool. Let me break something down to y'all real quick. If I go into a movie theater and I scream out, "Fire! Fire!" When people go into a panic, I'm locked up if there's no fire. Because I said that. I vocalized that. I made that heard. Now, if I went into that same movie theater and held up a piece of paper that had the word fire written on it, and people looked at that, they probably going to laugh at me. What is this crazy guy doing? What is he doing? It'll be taken as a joke. So, when Kathy Griffin shows a picture, which is just like that fire that's written on that piece of paper, and she said it was meant to be a joke. No, it ain't no joke. It's terroristic. But when Ted Nugent says, vocalizes, it comes out of his mouth that Hillary needs to be hung, that Barack ain't shit and can suck on his machine gun. Let me get back to this machine gun thing. Pedestrians have no business with machine guns. Machine guns are by law enforcement and military, depending on what type of law enforcement you're in. That's what machine guns are for. A regular old Joe, or everyday citizen, has no business having a machine gun. And I want to tell you this. Since you want to say it's not terroristic, there's no problems with that. I want you all to think about any crime mob movie you've seen, hood movie you've seen, gangster movie you've seen. When the person who's the villain or the bad guy puts his gun in the other person's mouth, it's with the intentions to kill, with the intentions to scare you so bad that if I don't kill you, you think you're about to die. It's that bully, that bully, that terroristic, that I'm in control, you ain't nothing move that I just put on you when I put my gun in your mouth. So for you to say that someone can suck on your machine gun, and for y'all followers of the Donald and all to think that that's cool, it's okay, it ain't compared to this picture. As Eddie Murphy said on Beverly Hills Cops, get the fuck out of here. Kathy Griffin, what she did to a lot seems to be wrong. To a lot, what she did was just what she said in comedic fashion. What Ted Nugent did, ain't nothing funny about it. Hang him. Suck on this machine gun. And then get invited to the White House. And then for him to say, I've never did this except for that one time. Get a grip on reality. This country is a mess. It always has been. But with who we have in office right now, it may not seem like it's worse, But it's worse. Because if I didn't like somebody and they didn't know it, it's cool. But once I vocalize how I don't like you, that's when we may have a problem. So, since this man, Donald Trump, has been in office, there has been more outbursts, outrageous things in the racism aspect going on, being shown, but it's cool. Get it together. All that making America great again, I've had this whole topic on my show, Mr. Sycamore's Place, over on blogtalkradio.com. You can go over there and check it out, blogtalkradio.com, Mr. Sycamore's Place. It was a 2-part show, No Trump Card, Part 1 and Part 2, where I talked about make America great again. How? If you're going to make it great again, what you doing, bringing slavery back? Making it where whites only signs are up? I mean, what are you taking us back to? Because back was when it was really bad. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done talking. I appreciate y'all for tuning in for this episode. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that share button. Until my next video, I'm out.